I hide my bait at this point because if she sees it, she's just like all over the place. So I always hide the bait when we're doing the stacking. And I use a lot of head control when I'm getting her into position. The other thing is that we didn't really ever go over is that, Decker, stand, is that her Resco is tightened so that there's only about 2 inches of slack in there, because you'll have to cinch it tight because there's quite a bit more growth room in there. So I keep it fairly tight just so that there's just like a little bit, so she can't get her head out of it very easily. So make sure that yours is tightened so that you've only got a little bit of room there. It'll help you with the head control. So I don't use bait right now because she'll just follow the bait. So there is like a little spot under her chin, like there's a little hole there that you can use to kind of help place them as well. Decker, stand, come on, stand. And you can really control a lot with their heads. You can see that you can move their bodies around a lot. So I just kind of use that spot. Don't worry about your leash, get it out of the way. I use my hand to control her head when I'm doing the stacks. And like Monica said, you can grab onto some scruff here. Like what it looks like on the other side is kind of holding it like this, like it doesn't hurt her. So I kind of grab onto her head so that I have control over her head. And then for going down, I kind of always do it like, I always go down and then lift from right here. So when you were doing it further down. Really, it should be right at that point of elbow. And you can see like I have her like lean into me, and you'll find that the foot almost like places itself where it should underneath. And then I switch hands on the head and do the exact same thing on the other side. Switch my hand back. I usually just run my hand down back to make sure she's nice and straight. And when I do the rear, I tend to lift it up to get this arch and then place it down, because that gives me the best turn of stifle when I do that. So I always lift up and then place down kind of thing when I'm doing it. Same thing, I've always just still got head control. And then I do the exact same thing for the back one, still no bait. And now is when I take the time to get the collar where I want it, which is right underneath. Head up, you want good head placement. And now I whip out the bait, wherever my bait is, right here. So then this is how like you complete the picture. And what you want, when I said about leaning over the front, is that when you bait her, you kind of bait her a little bit forward, and see how Decker will lean into her front? That makes a prettier picture. It makes them use their angles. Now see what she just did with her leg. If I was in the ring and I saw that, I just put the bait in my mouth. No, and this is normal. If she does this, this is normal. I would go walk her out of this, and right back into it. Start all over again, no big deal. Judges are used to that, and it's good practice that she learns, no, we're not messing around. We're going right back into our stack, like this. And you just start all over again. Back into the stack, back into the bait, and have her lean forward. Now, one thing I'm teaching Decker now is the watch. Watch it. Because sometimes judges don't want to see this. They don't want to just see the dog getting fed. So they want to see facial expression, and then to do that, you need to teach her how to watch the bait to give good expression, but not have it like right in her face. Watch. Good girl. Watch. Good girl. And then when it's time to go around, the bait goes away again, because I find again, she'll just follow the bait with her face. I again take the time to readjust my collar to make sure I'm happy that it's right under the neck, because what you're looking for is proud head carriage. Their head should be up high like this when you're doing it. Don't choke them, but you're looking for proud head carriage. And then when we go around, Dickie, up. Ready? Up. You want that head up, but you don't want to choke them. But you want the head up, and what I was saying about the jerking before was you can give them a little boop, boop. It gets them going. Good. Get some focus, but it's not like I'm jerking her head off. So then, a lot of the times what they'll have you do is you'll go around, and then they'll be like, stack, please. So she'll be moving. I grab the head. I drop the leash. I have so much control with the head again. Back into the stack. Again, you swap the hands. Back. I run my hands down. Good girl. And right back into position. And you probably only have a couple seconds really to get them fully back into their stack before their eyes are back on you. Watch. Becker, watch. Yes, and so this was the part I was talking about you having head control, is that this is the next step. It's all about having this leash. You're pulling up on the head. Watch. That's what completes the picture, because I think when you were doing it, it was more like you had her just kind of like standing there like that, but you can see how much that changes the picture. So you really need, this is the next step. And also when they come around and they're walking down the line to look at heads, they're looking at heads. And so what you should be doing, turning the head, perking up the ears like that, showing them the headpiece. That's what they want to see. Okay? All done.